All right, this is your man, Coach Asher, who makes you faster, and I'm coming at you with some more informative information this week. Okay, so today we've been talking about the starts, the dry phase. We are getting to the second phase of 100 meters, okay? Your transition phase from your dry phase to your acceleration phase, okay? So, if you're wondering, what is he talking about? The first part of the race, you are trying to drive. You are trying to drive and build up and get to your top end speed, okay? So, even 20 to 30 meters, depending on your level, you're driving, okay? Head down, 20, 30 meters. We're working on pushing like we've talked about in all the other videos. The reason why it's so important to have a good drive phase is the better your drive phase is, the better your acceleration phase will be, okay? So you don't want to be that person that hits top end speed at 20, 30 meters and you're like, man, I do got a great start, and he falls apart, okay? Usually what that means is you didn't have a great drive phase or you weren't strong enough to hold it. Then you're trying to transition that to an acceleration phase. As we're coming out of our push drive phase, we're opening up, hitting top end speed, okay? So when we're talking about opening up, what we are talking about is you are not gonna hit top end speed at 20 or 30 meters. It is going to take you, your fastest part of the race is going to be anywhere between 30 and 60 meters. So when I say opening up, it's the part where you're driving out to opening up and starting to really accelerate, okay? So people go, what are you talking about? I have a good start, that's my best part. Your body is not going to hit top end speed. You're not going to be able to open up until you get 30 meters or so into the race, because you have got to, it's like a car. The moment you push that acceleration, it's still going to take that car some time to go to top end speed, okay? You know, it's like you ease onto the gas or you push onto the gas on the freeway, it takes time to build up, okay? So the drive phase is building, let's not say a build up, because the drive phase is all out, but it still takes you time to get to top end speed. So you got to work on that. You got to work on driving and then transitioning to it. And then once you hit top end speed, the job is to try to maintain it as long as possible, okay? The third phase, we'll talk more about that later. That's the maintenance phase where you're trying to finish the race, and we're talking, at that point it's like, once you hit the drive phase and you hit top end speed, very important, you're not going to go any faster. So the whole point is, once you hit top end speed, you're trying to maintain that. That's where it comes into speed endurance, that's where it comes into technique. Typically, with all things being equal, if everyone is even at a certain point of the race, the person with the best form is going to win, because that person is going to fall apart the least. So 100 meters, let's really start focusing on driving and then transitioning to top end speed, okay? So those are the things you're trying to do, all right? If you're wondering, like, oh, what's my coach talking about hitting top end speed? That's what they're saying. You're just pushing. As you start to come out of it, then it's like you see that those guys start opening up. Perfect example, Usain Bolt. You watch him come out of the dry phase and hit his acceleration phase. Watch Usain Bolt in the Olympics. Watch his starts. He'll be behind or very close to people, okay? But when he comes from that dry phase, that acceleration phase, you will see very close to him opening up on these guys, okay? Or him being behind them and him just starting to, what you call, walking these guys down, okay? So, stay tuned, thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll talk to you next week.